All I can say is that I'm more surprised than you are. 7x09 instead of 8x01 makes quite a big deal, really. I said I wanted to try and keep the seasons down to only 2 to 3 weeks. Well, this is the third week, the end of the third week. How dare they get through and have a chance to qualify for European Championships? Can you imagine the carnage if we actually get there? Romania are in the way, which means we're probably not going to get there. But I said that about Finland, so who knows, right? Hello, my name's Damien, I'm Natural Football Manager. Welcome back to Gibraltar. The Llanitos are here. And guess what, guys? Europa FC are the major club. We're the top of the rank. And, we only have 2 of the top 5 players. 6 players. Counting is hard. Jalen Hankins? Really? Anyway, the important point is, we're here to play Romania for what I assume is the chance to be in the European Championships. Yeah, if we win this game, we get £1 million, which doesn't matter because there's no finances on this side of the fence, but we get £1 million and we get into the European Championships. I almost don't want to. I know that sounds really weird, but if we go there, we'll get absolutely spanked 3 times and then have to come home. And we just got our national ranking back up to 171, which is the highest it's ever been. Bearing in mind we started at 193. We've gone 22 places up. If we get tanked 3 times by better teams, it would be bad. But, ultimately, would also be in the European Championship, so why not, right? No messing around. Oh, a little bit of messing around, to tell a lie. We have signed one more, the guy we showed. Let's have a look how bad he is. Not him. Hello, where are you? Oh, we don't know yet, because obviously he's agreed to sign. We know a fair bit more about him now. He's joining us in the summer. Determination's 13. Considering that was 8 to 13, I'm quite happy with that. The bits we can see, he's not 100% ready, but at the same time, determination 13, the physicals are all okay. He's 17 years old, and he's happy to be a youngster. So I'm confident with this one. 55 quid a week is what he's on there. I think we're paying him like 400 or something. How much are we paying him? Do we have that information available? No? Okay. We're paying him some money, but it's not a massive amount. And considering that last time everyone who signed a new contract dropped their wage demands, quite happy with that. We made a couple of little tweaks because of fitness. It's not been as bad as you'd think, considering that playing 2 games in 4 days used to be an absolutely impossible task for these players. For a lot of them now, that's not the case anymore, and I think that's to do with us going to full-time, and therefore these players becoming full-time as well. Webb remains in goal. Mullen, Oliveira, Robson and Beckwith are the back 4, with Ronan and Apaya Forson in the middle, Taraj and Ndukwu on the wings, McLean and Williams up top. McLean's in because I was quite impressed with him, to be honest with you. Young Coombs and Hercules are both the ones that have struggled for sharpness. They both have the chance to feature at some point. Young Coombs because of a little niggle, and Hercules because he played like 120 minutes, having not played in weeks. And Ndukwu comes in, he's not sharp, which means it's probably going to be Hercules coming back on later, but we'll do that later. Do we expect anything out of this game? Do we heck? But again, we didn't expect anything out of Finland either. I'm saying that like I'm building it up. We're going to get beat 4 or 5. At least. But why not, right? Qualify over win. Simple as that. Go do it. I trust you. I believe in you. Be the miracle. And again, I've talked about before the players I'm trying to convince. If it happens, so be it. How's the mood? Spiffing. Few surprises. Yeah, whatever. Trying to convince players to convert nationality, and you get the ones who are playing for little tiny nations like Scotland who think they might get a chance with Scotland or Poland or Albania. Or Poland's a surprising one, to be fair, or Albania or a few of the others. But weirdly, I got turned down by a Spaniard the other day. I do not understand that. Oh, hello, Montanu is through, and it's a cracking save from Webb. I might have to try and poach him off Lincoln. Hadji will take the corner for them. It's the 8th minute. It's a good deep corner. It's headed away well by a powerhouses. And Taraj might get there. No, he doesn't. Marin back to Manea. Is this the highlight over? Yes, it is. Yeah, I got turned down by a Spaniard who thinks he's got a chance of getting in the Spain national side. So if I thought you could play for Spain, mate, I wouldn't even be asking. But realistically, he hasn't got a chance of playing for Spain. So I don't understand why you wouldn't choose to play international football. I do think there's probably a hidden stat somewhere, or it's probably related to one of the stats. The likelihood that someone will choose to change nation. I suspect there are some players who would never do it because they don't think it's right. I know there are a lot of people in real life who say, well, no, I'm English. I'm not going to go play for Gibraltar because I'm not Gibraltarian. Like, that's a good finish from Montanu, and it's 30th minute, and it is 1-0, and I think it's already over, to be honest with you. We're going to push the mentality to attacking. That's the wrong button. That's the one we want. But I suspect it won't help. We don't need to see that again. Beckwith has a high throw-in. Can we get a chance here? And Dukwu brings it under control. Just lay it back to him. There you go. Wrong foot. He's right-footed. Try again. Ronan. All the way back to Robson. Back to Ronan again. He's under a lot of pressure. He's found Williams beautifully. Here's a powerhouses. Here's Mullen. Mullen slots one into the gap and there's no one in it. The clearance just sort of ricochets around and they get away with it. And they're not going to get a chance out of that clearance, are they? Man coming up the right wing. There's a man there. Manea to Soana to Man, and Montanu was offside that time, wasn't he? Doesn't matter, he missed. And they're quite good at tearing us apart, pushing forward, aren't they? Mullen has the deep throw in for us this time. I mean, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Just there's Olivero standing right there. Just throw it to him. Montanu's through this time, and that's a fantastic save from Webb. And having a goalkeeper who can do that seems to be making all the difference for us. Do we have... I'm going to turn on shoot on sight, because we don't know how good their goalkeeper is. And with any luck, that's the only way we're going to get any chances in this game, is to just fire balls at the goalkeeper and hope he's hopeless. Ionet Radu, is he any good? Who does he play for? Lille. He's probably quite good. Never mind. We'll do it anyway. It'd be nice to get some shots with. The goalkeeper's playing an 8.3 for the record. Holy smokes. I've got to try and sign that guy. Half-time comes. We're only 1-0 down. We've only had one shot. Have we been unlucky so far? Not creative enough, not positive enough. And Lewis Webb, by the way, I mean, do they do knighthoods in Gibraltar? I think they might, if it's an English territory. You can have a knighthood. I'll arrange it. I'll have a word with old Liz. Would old Liz be still about, do we reckon, in 2025? No, wait, what year is it? This is season 7. It must be 2030. 2029, 2030. Seems unlikely, doesn't it? Was that probably quite sacrilegious, wasn't it? Not sacrilegious. Treasonous, that's the one. Never mind. Oh, it's a good save from Webb again. His match rating's only going in one direction, but we do have to do something now. 57th minute. The midfield is far more shattered than Ndukwu, which is a surprise. What do we have in the midfield options? We have Boxall. It's not really the right answer. We've got Hernandez. That's definitely not the right one. So we've got Emrani, who's not bad. He's not as good as a powerhouses, though. Chuck him in there and hope for the best. Where's Ronan? Oh, he's already on. Idiot. Right, never mind. Young Coombs. Go on, son. Show us how it's done. Actually, you know what? No. Replace Williams, because he's been poor repeatedly. Hercules for Ndukwu? That seems harsh. And Ndukwu, go over there, replace Taraj. And then Hercules for Taraj. Let's do that. That's all we've got. There's half an hour to play. We are attacking, such as it is. We've had 2 shots. Webb fires a long ball forward. But as we proved with Ronan in the last game, it only takes a second to score a goal. And that second might be coming up right now. Man breaks down the right wing. It does make me sound like just a terrible commentator, doesn't it? There's a man there. Haggy this time buries it to make it 2. 61st minute. The tie is over. That's fine. We have not embarrassed ourselves in this tie. I am quite happy with a reasonable defeat. We're going to go after them. It would be nice to score a goal. I mean, the fact that 3 players are marking in Montanu kind of proves that he's been quite good, but even so. Mullen's throw-in to McLean. That's a bit better from Mullen. Stands on the ball, then knocks it back to Olivero. Mullen again. and Dukwu. I mean, get in this space, boys. Emrani breaks through. That's it. Drive on across. That's the wrong ball. It's completely the wrong ball. Just ping it across low. He lifts it over to Hercules, who can't get the header back across from an impossible angle. Webb's goal kick. Fires it long, and Dukwu flicks it on towards McLean, who can't quite react fast enough. But Robson can start again. Just in your own time, mate. There ain't any rush. We're only 2 goals down with 22 to play. Ronan to Beckwith. The fact is that we've looked competent in this tie against... Well, we beat Finland and we've looked competent against Romania. It's a good flick on. Young Coombs won't quite get to it and Baluta will hack it clear. Or just mess around with it at the back. Can we intercept one of these? No. Big ball forward and here's Hadji. And that's in front of Montano and... Oh, good thing he can't finish, isn't it? That was awful. Demand more. Why not? That didn't really work. Never mind. Tofan throw-in. To the man. To that man there. Tofan to Sawana. Every time I see that, I see Scania. Like the buses and lorries. I don't think that's what it says. Sisaldu lifts it forward. It's all the way through to Webb again. Is this going to be a chance for us? I'd love a goal. I know we're not going to get through, but can we have a goal? Webb sends it long, and it's too long for anybody. Tofan to the man, to the Monitan. And that's Montano again, but again it goes all the way through to Webb. This time doesn't bother to pick it up. Lifts the ball long and forward, and Young Coombs can get on the end of it. Young Coombs turns away. McLean hits one, and it's gone through the goalkeeper. And somehow we have gotten a goal out of that. When Young Coombs took that touch, the chance was gone, wasn't it? But instead, McLean just sort of hits it. And again, he plays for Lille, that goalkeeper. He's quite a good... He's a Ligue 1 goalkeeper. And yet no. Like, that's shocking. If one of my goalkeepers did that, they'd be playing for another club the following season. Which we've proven before, when one of my goalkeepers did that, and I got rid of him the following season. Come on, let's have an encourage. 5 to play. Come on, what are the chances? Webb to Olivero. To Mullen. Movement in front of him. Mullen goes back to Olivero. Robson. Hercules is in space on the right. This is him here. Beckwith sets off on the overlap. Ronan finds Beckwith. There's 4 in the middle if we can get the ball in. Ronan lifts it in. Emrani doesn't quite win it, and now we're in trouble on the break. Popescu lifts it over the top. Again, Robson's too slow. Again, Montano's through. And he's at the post. Olivero will hack it away. Oh, if he'd wrapped his foot around that a little bit more, it would have been a throw-in, not a corner. But never mind. There's 2.5 plus stoppage time to play. Sisaldu. It's a good cross to the back stick and it's headed away well. Hercules doesn't come back for it, so Popescu will get a free run at goal. Baluta, well, that's the end of the highlight. We're going into injury time. There's 5 minutes of it. Have we got one more chance in us? 93, 94, unfortunately not. I will take that every day of the week. I mean, we got hammered. Look at the XG. Their XG was nearly 5. But, outstretched arms, I am delighted with that performance. Even though Ndukwu got a 5.9. And we're very proud of it. Did we play well enough to win? No, we didn't. I like a lot of what we did out there. I don't like to lose. We proved a lot of people wrong. There we go. Scotland beat the Ukraine on penalties. There it is. And that is now the end of the season. That's fine. I mean, They have decided to allow you to remain in charge, but warn that unless performances improve, they will begin to search for your replacement. The FA are delighted that the team reached the final of it. Make your mind up. Alright, let's look at this page. Performance. C+. One thing. Other thing. What do you mean thinking about replacing me? Go away. No particular criticisms. Leave me alone. We're making progress. Absolutely. The Gibraltar are delighted with that stuff again. Yep, brilliant, right? Has the... I don't suppose the national ranking's gone up, has it? No, it's dropped to 172. That's fine. Hold the team meeting. What are we going to say? We're going to say you guys are awesome. I'm confused. You've all done fantastically. No one expected the campaign to go as well as it did, and you all deserve a lot of credit. Why does that go in the criticised category? Well, we're going with it. There we go. Right, that'll do for this season. Like I say, I'm not going to come back. No, what am I talking about? There's another match to play. We've got to play the Hound Dogs in a minute. Let's do that. As you might expect playing a game the following day, we've got a few fitness issues. Weirdly, Emmanuel Williams is raring to go despite playing 45 minutes yesterday. I don't understand that. Well, it shows how hard he tried, I guess. But obviously, yeah, Taraj, Olivero, well, Ronald's suspended anyway, Beckwith. There's some issues. It also means that we are dangerously short when it comes to the homegrown player rule. It shouldn't matter, but it also means I can't play some of the youngsters I want to play. I would love to play Morel. I suppose I could play Morel. Let's play Morel instead of Heaton. There we go. But I can't play Mbunga, who I'd love to play. I'd love to play Joseph. Can't play him because they're both English. Well, they're both not Gibraltarian and not homegrown. They'll be homegrown one day. That's why I signed them, but not yet. So the side is Banda in goal with Couto, Jones, Morel, and Okiowu on the fullback in that defendy place. Boxall and G in the middle, Stewart and Caetano on the wings, McGruer and Williams up top. Should easily be enough to get rid of the Hound Dogs, but you never know. This is the quarterfinal? Quarterfinal. Let's call it the quarterfinal. I think it is. Go out and impress me. We're playing in pink. Everybody loves it when we play in pink. I want to win this comfortably, but at the same time, I don't want to embarrass the Hound Dogs necessarily. I loved the time at the Hound Dogs. I wish we were still there. They've got Ethan Penfold in goal. He was hopeless when I was there. Caetano crosses it in. Williams with a header. It's been 2 minutes and 16 seconds, folks. What's his 20th goal of the season? I mean, Ethan Penfold was a hopeless goalkeeper for us. I don't think I played him more than twice ever. I was desperately trying to sign literally anyone I could find to play instead of him. Bless him. Looking at the rest of the team, I don't recognise a lot of names. Liam Crisp, I remember that name. Stewart has a corner. It's 4.5 minutes. It's headed away. Morella will go fetch. Ooh, there's plenty of him to love, isn't there? He's chunky. G crosses it in, and this is Boxall unmarked off the base of the post. Greenall. That's a poor ball. Couto will intercept the ball and ping it back at Banda. Banda lifts it forward. Williams is under it. Flicked onto McGruer. Beautiful flick on. McGruer hits the keeper. Are we going to call that a save? I feel like we can call that a save. Rather than it just being pinged at his face. Stewart to take this one. Drills it in and away by Dobson this time. Zammert. I remember him. Zammert is still up front for them. Well, he's left winger, I think, actually. But he still exists. G wins the ball in midfield. How's he getting on? Oh, bless. He's quite quick. Literally all he's got. He was quite a good player for us, I think. I mean, I know it's not really fair to compare because we've stolen a lot of their players, but still. G to Okiowu to G. To Okiowu. Beats Zama easily. Crosses very, very deep. McGruer goes out to get it. I'm not really sure why. Jones back to Couto, back to Jones. Back to Jones, back to Jones. Couto back to Jones. Caetano with the header. Penfold is beat. It is 2-0 in the 15th minute. I really wish I had the homegrown player slot to mess up this team now, just to bring on the youngsters. The game's won. I'm just not allowed to. I don't even know how I'd go about it, because I could take off Stewart for somebody. I guess I could put Caetano at right wing, McGruer at left wing, and take off Stewart for someone. I didn't bring him, though, because I know they wouldn't fit. Never mind. Oh, good, it's a kickoff highlight. This could go on, guys. This could go on and on. Crisp to Serra. Oh, El Mansouri. He's still going as well. God, do you remember when he was in the national team? Greenall. Dobson. Taylor to Greenall again. I want to say it was Anthony Taylor. That's the referee. He's given up refereeing and become a player. Just at a slightly lower level. Couto back to the keeper. Morel to Jones. Out wide to Couto. Caetano to Boxall. Lifted forward. Williams won't get to that. Serra back to Crisp, who pings it at the keeper. Brave. Penfold lifts it forward. Huge. This highlight is going on and on and on. G to Boxall. The Duracell bunny of highlights right here. Caetano lifts it in front of McGruer. This has got to be the moment. Oh, God, that's just rude. That's just rude what he just did then. Sits Penfold down, thinks it over him, and we're 3-0 up in the 17th minute. I do feel bad. Like, Hound Dogs are a lovely side. They would absolutely... I would have probably skipped college. I'd never have gone to college. I'd have stayed at Hound Dogs. If I could have got them promoted, I'd have stayed there, and the next move would have been to Europa. Or wherever. It could have been to Lincoln, to be fair, because if I'd stayed there a little bit longer, then I would have had... then Lincoln's manager would have retired, and I'd have gone there. But alas, Hound Dogs will never be promoted. Couto to Caetano. Back to Couto. G. Boxall gets lunged at by Greenall. Stewart to Caetano. King. Caetano buries it. Penfold doesn't know what day of the week it is, and it's 4-0. We're not a bad team, you know. It is such a shame that the rest of the league doesn't react to your performances. Like, I know it would be horrible if a league did, like, automatically level up with you, like in an RPG. But right now, for this exact challenge, it would be quite useful. Couto's thrown to Boxall, back to Caetano. Couto with some space, back to Caetano again. Couto swings it in. McGruer with the header, just wide. Who is on our bench? O'Driscoll, Hernandez, Reese, Heaton, Swiderski, and Borge. None of those players need to come on. None of those players would really weaken this side, apart from Hernandez, and that kind of defeats the object. Quinn throws into Serra. Quinn again. Morel brings it under control. I suppose I could just put Hernandez on the right wing instead of Stewart. Banda pings it forward, but here's Taylor. Back to Greenell. Valerino. Well won by G in the middle. Boxall out wide to Couto. Caetano to Boxall. Lifted out to the left wing. Here's Couto. One of the subs behind me did a star jump and it put me right off then. Boxall. Back to Caetano. Lifted in. I think that was a Rabona as well. Stewart. This one wasn't. Pinged over everyone. Caetano nods down to Couto, who gets done. Caetano will go get it. Part of the problem is that the highlights are so damn long. Williams cuts it in the bottom corner. That's 5 and it's half time now. But, like, when you know you're going to win like this, you don't need to see 3 minutes of build-up to every goal, do you? Like, just start the highlight here. It's a lovely ball in from Caetano. And yeah, Williams isn't missing that, is he? Actually, maybe he is. But, you know, he didn't. What matters is he didn't. We'll make triple subbage at half-time, I think. Stewart, oh, it's not half-time yet. That's about... Oh, I don't really know how they've got away with that. I don't know what happened. Jones has fouled him there, no question. But that's a cracking advantage from the referee. It's a brave advantage is what that is. You don't give that on the edge of your own area. Yeah, what a 45 minutes that was. You're blown away. Triple subs at half-time. Hernandez for Stewart. Borge for McGruer. Don't have a third sub. Swiderski for Boxall then? Yeah, go on, why not? I'm making subs just for the sake of making subs. So you read any good books lately, or... I'm not saying I'm bored. I'm not saying it's boring. It's, you know, you spend your entire gaming career on Football Manager trying to get a team this good together that can just steamroll the league, and then you get there and it's just a little bit tedious, if we're being honest. All I want is to win every game of the season now, and I've come desperately close to doing that last year, and currently again this year. I'm not going to do it, but I come pretty close to it. Currently, I'll break the... if it goes the way it's going at the minute, I'll break the points record by 1. Because I did it with 19 wins and a loss last year, and I'm currently on course to do it with 19 wins and a draw this year. I'll kill Walter G. It'll be an unbeaten season, though, so that'll be something. Swiderski back to Morel. We have still got Lincoln away on the last day of the season, but if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It doesn't really matter to me. We've slotted in Caetano with a gorgeous ball back. He cuts it across instead of going himself. Williams hits for defender. Hernandez hits for defender, and it's cleared away eventually. Is that Zane da Costa? Is he still going? Holy smokes. Serra's throw in, and Valerino with a cross. There's nobody in there. Someone probably could have told you that. Hernandez just strolls out to get it. Pings it up the line. Not the best ball. Brooks down to Evans. Dobson to Zane da Costa. Evans again. Good Evans. Sorry. Willis to Dobson. Anita, if you will. And Taylor hits one, and fair play. Not a terrible effort. The Hound Dogs fans are leaving. They've seen enough. Probably could have done that half an hour ago, I reckon. Get down the pub nice and early. 85th minute. Nothing left to do, no changes to make. We've looked solid. Kuta has a throw-in high up. No one's even marking Borke. That's dreadful. Swiderski dinks it into the area. It's come all the way through to Hernandez. I mean, that's just awful. Hernandez, you saw Hernandez's reaction. He had no idea that ball was going to come through to him. Watch him. Like, it gets dinked over, and then Hernandez is like, oh, well, that's not going to get to me. Oh, wait, it did. Ping. Yeah, there's a reason they're in the lower league, isn't there? I wonder if they're still winning it every year. We'll have to have a quick look. That's your lot. 6-0 winners. Outstretched arms. Very nice victory. Well done. Are they still winning the league every year, or have they fallen apart? I assume they must have fallen apart. On at the top. How do you get to the thing? History, competitions. 22, 23, and 26. Runner-up in 24. Third place in 25. Runner-up in 27. It's not ideal, is it? That's not the very best. Never mind. We've finished scouting the Villareggio Coppa Carnevale. I feel like that Cup Coppa thing is a bit redundant. 1 in the quarterfinal. We're not as good as we think. Well, you can bite me. I mean, we definitely are as good as we think. Who are we playing? I know it was drawn. I mean, it doesn't matter. But who is it? It's semi-final. Lynx or Man 62. Well, that'll be easy. Right. This time, I actually am going away. And also, I actually am going to the end of the season and into the next. Like I say, there won't be any big fanfare for the end of the season. There's simply no point. Double check competitions. Look at that. We're 3 points clear in Group 1. We don't care about Group 1. We want that. We are 8 points clear of Lincoln. Even if we lose the other game, we're still going to win the league comfortably. So 8 points in 4 games. We're not going to drop that. It simply isn't going to happen. So we're going to be in the Champions League next year. And when we are, I'll see you there. And hopefully there'll be some transfers to tell you about. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure how many there will be. Because, you know, it's going to be an effort to make this side any better than it is. Lewis Webb, by the way, is considering an offer, should we say. $5,000. And it wasn't even particularly much money. And he was happy to be called a backup. Which means Archie Mayer might be on the way out. But we'll worry about that next season. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please do like, sub up if you are new. Share this with a friend. Talk about that time you saw Gibraltar very nearly qualify for the European Championships. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.